After more than 2 decades, Ford is making a roaring return to the world of Formula One, and the racing world is buzzing with excitement. The iconic American automaker has teamed up with Red Bull powertrains, and this strategic partnership is set to redefine the future of Formula One with the development of a cutting-edge hybrid power unit, scheduled to debut in the 2026 Formula One season. But why is Red Bull ending its partnership with Honda, a collaboration that has seen impressive results on the track? Could it be that Red Bull sees an even more promising future with Ford, leading them to sever their ties with Honda? Or are there technical and strategic reasons behind this bold decision that will help shape the racing landscape for years to come? Let's find out. Ford is making a thrilling comeback to Formula One after more than 2 decades after they last powered a Grand Prix car way back in 2004 with the Jordan Ford. The big announcement was made during the launch of Red Bull's 2023 livery in New York, adding an extra layer of excitement to the event. Now, in this exciting partnership, Ford will be working closely with Red Bull Racing, but they won't be taking full control. Instead, they'll be lending their expertise to help develop the electrical components of the cutting-edge hybrid power unit. Ford's history in Formula One is quite fascinating. Back in the 1960s, they had a game-changing engine known as the Cosworth DFV. This engine dominated Formula One for over a decade, powering drivers' champions for 7 seasons between 1968 and 1974. It was like a secret weapon that made them unstoppable. However, Ford's journey in Formula One has had its fair share of ups and downs. Sometimes they faced challenges when they tried to be more hands-on with their own teams, like Stewart F1 and Jaguar. But they didn't give up. When they joined forces with Cosworth again in the 1990s, they found success with teams like Benetton and legendary driver Michael Schumacher. Overall, Ford-powered engines have won 10 Constructors' Championships and an impressive 13 Drivers' Championships. Now, you might be wondering about Ford's role in building the engine for this exciting return. Well, they won't be building it all by themselves. Instead, they'll be sharing their resources and know-how with Red Bull to create a supercharged engine for the future. The rules in Formula One are changing in 2026, requiring a more powerful electric motor and the use of sustainable fuel. Ford CEO Jim Farley is thrilled about this partnership. He believes Formula One is a fantastic place to try out new ideas and technologies. It's like a giant laboratory where they can learn and create amazing things. Plus, it is an opportunity to connect with millions of fans and potential customers who share their passion for racing and innovation. As for how deeply Ford will be involved in the engine's engineering, that is still a bit of a mystery. They will definitely contribute their expertise in areas like batteries, electric motors, software, and analytics, all critical components for a high-performance Formula One car. But what about the Honda engine? Well, you might be wondering if the Honda engine will carry the Ford badge. That is highly unlikely. Honda probably wouldn't have allowed its engine to be branded with another car manufacturer's name. Currently, Honda has an agreement with Red Bull to support their existing engine until the end of the 2025 season. Ford's technical partnership with Red Bull begins in 2026, by which time the Honda engine will no longer be in use, so there will not be any overlap or sharing of engines. For now, the Red Bull car continues to proudly bear the Honda branding. Now, moving on next, let's talk about what happens to Red Bull powertrains. Red Bull's engine division was established when Honda left Formula One. Initially, its role was to take over the maintenance and preparation of the Honda F1 engines, which are now being supported by Honda themselves. However, the bigger mission was to develop the next generation power unit set to hit the tracks in 2026. Red Bull had been on the lookout for a partner to provide technical expertise while allowing them to maintain control of their power unit. This was a point of contention with Porsche, as reports suggested that Porsche wanted more control than Red Bull was willing to give up. With the Ford deal, Red Bull powertrains will remain independent, following a model that has brought them success over many decades. This partnership is locked in until at least 2030, If it ends at that point, Ford would simply step away, leaving Red Bull with all the rights to the technology. Now let's delve into the motivation behind Ford's return to Formula One. It may sound a bit strange because Formula One cars still have combustion engines, right? Well, yes, but here is the interesting part. Formula One cars can also have hybrid units, and that is where the electric aspect comes into play. For Ford, Formula One presents a fantastic opportunity to showcase their electric credentials. Even though the cars still have a combustion engine, the hybrid technology allows manufacturers to promote their electric and sustainable side. It's like a high-speed billboard for their commitment to innovation, sustainability, and electrification. Bill Ford, the executive chair of the company, sums it up nicely, saying, "This is the start of a thrilling new chapter in Ford's motorsport story that began when my great-grandfather won a race that helped launch our company. Ford is returning to the pinnacle of the sport, bringing Ford's long tradition of innovation, sustainability, and electrification to one of the world's most visible stages." Finally, let's talk about why Red Bull Racing chose to partner with Ford for the 2026 season and beyond, instead of sticking with their successful relationship with Honda, as revealed by team principal Christian Horner. First, Horner had nothing but praise for Honda, describing them as an incredible company. Red Bull and Honda had enjoyed a fruitful partnership since 2018, and when Honda initially announced their withdrawal from Formula One in 2020, it was met with great sadness. This announcement prompted the creation of Red Bull Powertrains, a move aimed at taking control of their own future in the sport. As Horner explained, that contract we have is until the end of 2025. We have a great working relationship and they are an incredible company. And under the current regulations, we will be pushing with Honda all the way until the last race of the 2025 season. Now, the big shift in direction comes with the entry of Ford as an original equipment manufacturer partner for the 2026 season. This decision doesn't diminish the respect Red Bull Racing holds for Honda. Instead, it signifies a different path for Red Bull as they prepare for the future. Horner emphasized that the new partnership with Ford is a purely commercial and technical deal. There will not be any exchange of shares or participation in each other's businesses. Instead, it is a straightforward agreement that opens doors for sharing and access to research and development. This partnership will particularly focus on electric vehicle technology, self-technology, software development, and more. From a commercial perspective, Ford's strong presence in the United States aligns perfectly with Red Bull's racing ambitions to expand further in that market. This partnership offers an opportunity to enhance their presence and make an even greater impact. The exciting announcement of Red Bull and Ford's partnership was made during the launch of their 2023 car, the RB19, in New York. Horner hinted that the car unveiled during the launch event may look somewhat different from the one that we'll see on the preseason testing in Bahrain. The launch in the US was a significant step for Red Bull Racing, marking the first time they have done so in this market. The car showcased in New York was more about unveiling their aspirations for the year ahead and highlighting their partners, including the groundbreaking Ford collaboration. As we look ahead to the 2026 season, Red Bull Racing's decision to join forces with Ford reflects their commitment to innovation and a vision for an exciting future in Formula One. So, what do you think? Will Red Bull's partnership with Ford bring more Formula One victories? Share your thoughts down in the comments. Also, do not forget to hit like and subscribe for more awesome F1 stuff.